The boilers are installed. Startup completed. The customer wants heat. Everybody is ready to pack up and go home. Then someone points at the gas train and asks, "What are we doing with all these vents?" You may think, "I'll just tie all the vents in together and call it a day." That can be a huge mistake. In fact, improper gas train venting is one of the most common installation problems I see. I'm Ray Wolfarth, the Boiler Room Detective. My 14 boiler books are available at T.F. Campbell, Pronto Heating Supplies, Amazon, and heatinghelp.com. Why do gas trains have so many vents? When technicians look at the commercial boiler gas train, they see several vent connections: gas pressure regulators, gas valves, high and low gas pressure switches, and that vent valve between the two safety shutoff valves. At first, they all look similar, but each serves a different purpose. If you want proof of why proper venting matters, look up the boiler explosion Ford's Rouge Plant on February 1st, 1999. One fatality and dozens injured, all from gas buildup. The most important vent on the gas train. Let's start with the normally open vent valve located between the two safety shutoff valves. The setup is called double block and bleed or block and bleed system. Here's how it works. When the burner shuts down, the two safety shutoff valves close, and the vent valve between them opens. Its job is to safely vent any gas that leaks past the first safety valve. This vent line cannot be combined with any other vent. It must have its own dedicated piping to the outside. Why? If a common vent gets blocked or restricted, pressure can build between the safety shutoff valves, push gas into the boiler, and on the next call for heat, boom, the igniter lights the gas. Gas pressure regulators and other components with diaphragms need to breathe as pressure changes. The vent lets the diaphragm move freely. More importantly, if a diaphragm ruptures, that vent must safely release the gas to the outdoors. Codes require these atmospheric vents to protect against overpressure and leakage. Without proper venting, a failed regulator could send gas past the safety shutoff valves or straight into the boiler room, a recipe for disaster. Vent limiting devices. Some smaller regulators come with built-in vent limiters. These limit gas discharge during a diaphragm failure and often eliminate the need for outdoor piping. They're convenient, but always check the manufacturer's instructions and local codes. They're not a one-size-fits-all solution for commercial installations. Ray's Rule number 24. Every boiler gets its own dedicated set of vents. Don't combine vents across multiple boilers. Codes generally discourage or strictly regulate this for safety. So how do you size a common vent header? For vents that are permitted to be manifolded together, the common header must be large enough to prevent excess back pressure. A commonly used rule of thumb is the common vent area is the largest vent area plus 50% of the area of all additional vents. The chart on the screen provides the cross-sectional areas for common pipe sizing. For example, let's assume we have one 3/4-inch vent on the gas pressure regulator and two 1/4-inch vents on the gas pressure switches. From the chart, we see 3/4-inch pipe area is 0.533 square inches. A 1/4-inch pipe area is 0.104 square inches. The calculation becomes 0.533 plus 50% times 0.104 plus 50% of 0.104. The total is 0.633 inches. I would choose a 1-inch pipe. Remember, this is only a rule of thumb. Manufacturer instructions always take precedence. If the pipe is longer than 25 feet, I would suggest increasing the pipe size by 1. Remember to include the 90s in your calculations. The vent termination must prevent entry of water, insects, snow, debris, or foreign materials. Some of the common methods are downward facing elbow or return bend, example 180-degree turn, a listed vent cap or bug screen that does not restrict flow. Before you leave the job, check for these red flags. Vents tied together across multiple boilers, regulator vents piped indoors or left open in the boiler room, blocked, kinked, or improperly terminated vent lines, missing dedicated bleed vent for the double block and bleed system. Many gas drain problems occur because someone assumed all these vent connections were the same. They're not. Understanding the difference between a regulator vent and that critical vent valve could prevent a dangerous condition and help keep the boiler room secure. Have you found a gas drain with incorrectly piped vents? Tell us about it in the comments. Let's learn from each other. If you enjoy learning about boilers, steam systems, hydronics, and boiler room safety, be sure to subscribe to Boiler Room Detective and turn on notifications. This is Ray Wolfarth, and I'll see you on the next case.